Welcome, my name is Andrea Brown. This is Thrival Now, a new YouTube channel where I'm committed to helping you go from survival to thrival in every area of your life. Today I want to speak about weight loss and health in relation to the idea of habits. I started on this journey YouTubing because I had a pain point, and that was that I have been 30 to 40 pounds overweight for the last 10 years, pretty well since I had my firstborn child, in a new marriage with a new baby and building a couple brand new businesses with my husband. And it was a lot. There was a lot of stress, a lot of challenges, and my health kind of just took the back seat. I maintained a bit through the years, but definitely I haven't been proud that that's not something I've been able to lose. And, it's caused me to play it small in the world because of that pain point, the area that I've been ashamed. And anyway, about 6 weeks ago, I just decided to up the ante. There was kind of a new season in our life, and it's just an area that I finally had the energy and the time and commitment to just come back to again, and just wanted to deal with, but wanted to definitely deal with it long term. I've gone around the mountain a few times in the last 10 years. I've lost a little bit of the weight and gained it back for different reasons, and have been discouraged because it hasn't been something that worked. And yet I, for years, had lived, I was an athlete, led mountaineering trips, and worked with a lot of people in the outdoors. And so that had been an area that I took a lot of pride in. And so definitely been humbled. But in all this, decided to up the ante. So in part sharing this journey publicly, but second, decided to use the strategy of mini habits. A guy named Stephen Guise wrote a book on the topic of mini habits a number of years ago, and I stumbled on it, and he did a spin-off where it was about mini habits for weight loss, and definitely encourage you to check it out. There might be some tips or keys for you in there, and I'm not going to go into any of that today, but the whole premise of mini habits is that there is power in discipline. Motivation will only get you so far in life, but discipline is the deep well and power that will fuel you to the finish line or through the difficulty. And so building discipline in our lives really starts with building habits. And habits and the systems that we build into our life are where there is power. And so his premise was this idea of mini habits, building very small, tiny changes to bring major results down the road. And what changed Stephen Guise's life that he shares about in his books is that he started by building a mini habit of doing one push-up a day. And his encouragement is that you should only that your mini habit should only be as big as what you could do on your worst day, because if you can do it on your worst day, then you'll become unstoppable. And so knowing that I've had some failure in the past, I dumbed it down as pretty well as low as you could and decided my mini habit would be to simply lace up my shoes every day and get outside. And so to be honest, I think there's been 1, maybe 2 days I have not done that. But there's been a couple other days that, I crawled out of bed at 11 o'clock or midnight and went to the front door, put my shoes on and got outside, and kept that habit. Okay, maybe I didn't even go outside, but I laced them up. But I purposed to do that, and I've seen the power of how this is fueling me. Here we are 6 weeks into it, and my commitment was not just to lose weight. I wanted to get stronger in my body. I wanted to build my endurance or cardio again, because that's been lagging. And so lose weight, build strength, build endurance, and take joy in being in my body, which I haven't done much in the last 10 years. And so one of the ways I wanted to take joy in being in my body was playing games again. And so I took up pickleball. That's been pretty new. I started playing that last week, so I've been really challenged, especially with the rules. If you have played it, getting started in that's not a simple task. But I have definitely been enjoying just playing games again with being in my body. For years, I did all this mountaineering and backpacking and rock climbing and adventure stuff, and I love that, and there was lots of reasons to do it. But one of the things I've realized in recent years, maybe having kids back, having two young kids, is just that I miss that playing games, just that, not mindlessness of it, but just the kind of time stopping when you play games. And so I've been doing that. I've lost about 5 pounds, and I've definitely been building my cardio and my strength. I decided to join a gym a few weeks ago, something, in other seasons we were in survival mode, and that was just not part of the budget. We were saving money or paying off debt and dealing with stuff, but that is a priority, and I have the resources. I know sometimes you're in a season you don't have those resources and you have to do other things, but what I want to encourage you today is to think about how, you might have failed at this, whether it's losing weight or getting stronger or fitter in the last number of years too. This might be a pain point. If you're listening to it, it probably is. And the fact is, we often fail in these areas that are pain points. And after we fail the second or third or fourth or fifth time, we can really internalize that and really come to a place of hopelessness or giving up. And I really want to encourage you not to do that, to take stock, to find a new way to go at it and solve that problem. And, years ago, Robert Kiyosaki said something really interesting around business and entrepreneurship that inspired me and really challenged me. And, the statistic for years has been that 9 out of 10 businesses fail. And so he shared in one of his books how most people, after their first or second or third or fourth business, when they fail, they decide they are a failure. They're one of the people that can't do business or be an entrepreneur. But he determined that the sooner he could get through those 9 businesses or his 10th business, the quicker he would succeed. And so I took that to heart. And when it came to business, I think by the time I met my husband, I was on my 12th business, and together we built 2 more. And so these last 3 have succeeded amazing. I'm very proud of those businesses. And so I'm trying to apply some of that same strategy in an area that I've felt some failure the last 10 years, losing weight, getting back in shape, even though I hate that word. So it can really be a pain point, trying to come back to an area where you've struggled with, maybe in losing weight, it's been 3, 4, 5, 6 times a failure. But chances are you've tried to do the same thing many times. Maybe you found something that worked once for a season and you've tried to do it, certain diets, often do that stuff or propel us in that way. And then there's only short-term success. And so finding a new strategy can make a huge difference, and not internalizing that failure, that's something you're stuck with for the rest of your life, that you are a failure in that area, that you have to be overweight, and you're just not going to be a fit person. We're not all meant to be 120 pounds, or as for men, 150 or 180 or whatever that is. But what is it to be healthy, strong, fit and enjoy the body that you're in and not be ashamed of it, whatever season of life that is? And so I just encourage you, to maybe explore this. Maybe the idea of mini habits will catch your attention. For me, that mini habit has just been to get outside, lace up my shoes and get outside, because I dumbed that mini habit down as simple as I could, based on the fact that, Stephen shared his very simple mini habit was to do 1 push-up a day. And so that's been my fuel. That's helping me to begin to make changes, living from that place daily. I know there is hope for you. I know there's the capacity to change. I'm doing this publicly, walking it out, and I hope that this will encourage you to make that change for yourself, to try something new. Maybe it's taking up pickleball. Maybe it's you've never been able to go to a gym and you've always tried to lose weight on your own, but it's joining a group of people, signing up for something. There's about 100 or 1,000 different strategies that you can go, ways that you can go about doing it that aren't just based off dieting, which is pretty dangerous and pretty well always leads back to the same place. But changing the if you want to become stronger, fitter, healthier, you have to change your lifestyle. You have to change the rhythms of your life. And that goes back to those systems, the routines, and the habits that you build your life on. And so hopefully this will add fuel to that journey for you. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much.